still have nothing but fond memories for HQ2. I do not have them yet for HQ3.
I had fond memories up until a certain point, and then it turned south. But before that, it was all good. It was just like because you know what it was. There was still, and I'm interested to hear where you think what you think on this, Chief, because Chicago is still like, it's almost like Chicago is like Ghosts of Christmas Past for Barstool, because you guys still are like a small group that kind of keeps it real and keeps it Barstool. But everybody got like, you know, fucking entitled, and like expectations were high and all sorts of shit. Going into that first studio, I mean, very quickly, every celebrity that came through was like, this fucking studio sucks. And I remember Nardini saying to me that she was like looking through the glass watching me record. And she was like, you are just like beaming. Like, you're so happy to have your own place. And it was four white walls with a strip of noise canceling insulation. Yep. And that was it. And I was like, oh, because at that point I was either recording in like my kid's nursery or rented space in Hell's Kitchen or a basement in my mom's house and all that shit. So it was like, this is amazing. Then, you know, you get used to that, and all of a sudden it's like, I want my studio to look like this, and I want to have this painting and this statue and these, you know, features and all that. So, you know, everybody got too cocky about it. But I feel like you guys, the Chicago office that you guys are in now, not the new one, but the one that you're talking about now, I think has HQ2 vibes.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that H2, real quick on HQ2, what, that was a hard thing for me to say for some reason. But I was working my old job, and I had like a customer out there. So I went and did my meeting, and then I'm like, I don't want to sit in a Starbucks. So I just like texted Dan, like, can I just come in and use the Wi-Fi and work? And I think that office had been open for maybe a month. And Riggs like got up to go to the bathroom, and I just walked in and stole his seat. It was the only seat available. And it was like after a month. So like that place was never big enough from the word go. And then, yeah, like this office, like I have no complaints about this office. I think it's, you know, served us well. I remember when we had the shared space, like that famous Portnoy video where he's like, what are you doing? Like, we're $1 billion company.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. That one, the room that he walked into, I remember like, because we just had the smaller room in the way back, and Ed was like, we should get that space too. And I was like, that's too expensive. It's like another $400 a month. Like, they'll never go for it. Like, don't ask for that. Like, I thought that was like too much to ask. Like, we could all just work in this 8x8 room and it'll be fine. Like, shut up. And so, yeah. So now, like, when we walked into this place, I was like, oh, shit, we got furniture?
Well, I think that right there, what you just said, might be the delineation, like the line that I can tell if you're like a real one or not from Barstool's point of view. If you worry about spending the company's money, you're probably from the old era. Like, I probably respect you. Like, if you're like, oh, $400 a month, yeah, they might fire us. We might lose our job over that. You're probably, you know, an early day guy.
Well, that, and then the company I was working for immediately before we went full time went bankrupt. So I was always ready, so.
That too, because you know,
like, I don't need to eat food today. I was a lot skinnier back then.
That's another thing too, though, is, you know, most people were like signing now are like, they've never had another job or never had any other sort of life. So if you have a previous life and you actually probably to a fault worry about money, then you know, I feel like Chief and the Chicago guys are like, it's funny because now you guys are like OG guys, you know, like, I mean, you were pretty early. When did you sign up?
Well, 2012, then you fired me, and then I came back.
That's right. Yep.
And then I came back like April of 13, but it was super part-time. Like, I do like during the hockey playoffs when the Hawks were great, I would probably write every day. Right. But then the rest of the year, it might be like, I don't know, once or twice a week, something like that. So,
well, that's what you're talking about is a full-time job now.
Well, yeah, true.
I feel like, you know, you're not like once enough time goes by, you kind of get grandfathered in as, You're not like original six, but you're like the Predators. You were an expansion team, but now you're like fully entrenched in the league.
Well, Kevin, that's great news because my contract's up November 1st, and no one said it. Thanks for.
Well, let me tell you this: you'll probably work without one until like January 1st, because I don't think this company realizes that people's contracts expire and you have to sign them to new ones.
I should just go on strike. Just do the Costanza work and just get paid for doing nothing.